Getting new puppies can be a lot of work, especially if you've got big goals for them. We recently added a new puppy, Daisy, and we've been working hard on building confidence and showing her the ropes so that she can grow up to be a big adventure dog just like her house siblings. We recently went on our first paddleboarding trip, and so I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of the work that we did ahead of time and how it all turned out. I'm Chelsea with Positive Futures Dog Training and Behavior, and here is Daisy's first paddleboard trip. Before just throwing her on the paddleboard for her first trip, we wanted to make sure she had lots of positive associations around water. The first thing we did was set up a splash pad in our backyard. This gave us the opportunity to work in an environment she was already comfortable in. We let her run around and enjoy the splash pad with our other two dogs. She didn't show any signs of stress and instead had a great time. So this was a great first opportunity for her. The next thing we did was get her used to wearing her life jacket. We put it on her for a little bit with some treats and let her walk around and practice some skills like hand targets. Then we were able to take that life vest on the road with us and practice on the shore of the lake. We stayed really shallow, gave her treats for getting on and off the board, and she had no problem at all doing this. She was very confident and even was jumping off the board on her own to swim around and swim to shore. We kept a close eye on her to make sure that she wasn't showing any signs of stress and instead was having a great time. She enjoyed swimming, digging, and even watching some geese that came by to check out all of the excitement. A few days later, we had an opportunity to rent a local pool. This was a great chance for her to continue with her confidence building on swimming in the water. The company of our other two helped with that as she watched them jump into the pool and followed afterwards. It's important for us that she knows how to swim, how to find the ramp or the board, and enjoys the process. So finally, it was time for her first adventure. We picked a location that we had been to before, and we were familiar with not only where to put the boat in, but we were confident that the water would be calm. We also know that there's lots of opportunities here with a shallow shoreline for us to be able to get out and let her do some swimming. When we first got there, we gave her a chance to get wet and she dove right into the water. We wanted to make sure that she would get on and off the board on her own for some treats, and she enjoyed some playtime. Then it was ready to get on the board and start paddling. Fortunately, I had my husband there with me, so we were able to tag team the situation, which made it perfect. One of us paddled a little bit while the other one offered some treats and made sure that she was doing okay and was comfortable. In the beginning, I want to make sure that she is comfortable and confident with what we're doing. I maintain a high rate of reinforcement, breaking small pieces off of her jerky strips and paying her frequently for not only maintaining position and staying still, but anytime I move my paddle to make sure that she's building positive associations and isn't worried about it. She showed no signs of stress, and so we were able to progress pretty quickly. This is where my husband and I tag teamed. He was able to entertain the puppy and pay her and keep her calm while I did some paddling and vice versa. After about 10 minutes on the water, we wanted to give her a quick break to stretch her legs and go to the bathroom. We found a nice shoreline where she could run around and play and explore safely without any other people or boats nearby. She enjoyed some swimming and was able to stretch those little legs of hers. We took a few short breaks like this during our paddle trip with her. It's important to me that the dogs enjoy the whole process, and sitting still is really challenging for puppies. So this gave us an opportunity to break things up so that she was more successful at remaining still and made sure that she was having a great time. This is also a nice opportunity to do a little training. Part of socializing a puppy and getting them used to adventures is teaching them that no matter where they are, good things happen when they pay attention and engage with you as a handler. So we take this opportunity to use some treats or food and work on skills like attention with her name and even some target practice, teaching her how to come when called. After a short break of maybe 15 minutes or so, it's time to see if she's ready to get back on the board. Again, it's always important to us that the dogs are enjoying all processes involved in a day adventure, and getting back on the board is part of that process. So with a little food, we walk over to the board and ask her if she's ready to get up. The confident yes lets us know that she's ready for some more stationary behavior of paddling. During our day trip, we did have one moment where she accidentally slid off the front of the board, but this is really important that she has that life vest and a leash attached to her. She didn't go far, did not panic, and we were able to quickly grab that handle and pull her back up. There was no change of behavior with her afterwards, which is really important to keep an eye on. If she were worried, she might become a little more nervous about the paddleboard itself. We made sure to turn it into a big party with lots of praise and happy voices so that she didn't think that we were concerned about it. We gave her some more treats on the board for being stationary, and as you can see, we've got a nice confident puppy here, willing to explore and hang out. I also loved that she was confident with all the other boats passing. We did make sure to pair the sight and sounds of those with treats, but overall it was an absolutely perfect first outing with her. No signs of stress, lots of confidence, lots of opportunities to reinforce desired behavior like sitting still, and attention and coming when called, and tons of socialization opportunities. We will keep things nice and slow with this puppy for a while, making sure that she's our priority when we head out, using lots of reinforcement for her, and making sure that we're building these foundations nice and strong. So by the time she's an adult, she'll be ready for some nice full day trips and maybe even some paddle camping. If you enjoyed this video, you might like this playlist here where we share some of our adventures in a vlog style.